Welcome back to the Maximum RC Garage. Today we got another exciting video on the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys for the subscribing. Thank you guys for the likes. Continue to check out the videos as we try to continue to post cool, innovative, and exciting content. Today on the channel we got something from MJX. I won't be able to do the unboxing technically on the channel due to the fact that the box came in a little beat up, but we will do an initial review. We'll cut it on. We'll see how it works and talk about some of the cool features. Thank you for tuning in to the Maximum RC Garage. And as I might have mentioned in one of the more recent videos, we did have more content coming. We did have some stuff in the way on the mail. This is just one of those things. I do have some other videos already lined up. We got some upgrade videos lined up. Also plan to go out to the park tomorrow. Get a stunt video out. I got most definitely got some things planned for you guys, man. I appreciate everyone, as I already said in the intro, tuning in. I apologize. This is not technically an unboxing just because the vehicle's already out of the box, but my box was pretty beat up. It was so damaged, in fact, that I was a little concerned that the vehicle may have also been damaged. Luckily, it wasn't. But this is my first pickup from MJX. And what we have today on the bench is going to be their 1/18 scale Bronco crawler. Yeah, this thing looks pretty cool. You know, oil-filled shocks, brushless motor in it as well. Let me move this out the way. Just briefly talk about what came in the box. There wasn't much. There was a manual. It says 1/18 RC climbing car user manual. Don't really plan to check that out too much unless I really run into an issue. There was also a little bag with a charger, a wheel hex tool, and then a screwdriver as well. That's actually for something else. So yeah, this was the charger for this. Little hex tool, little screwdriver as well. The actual RC itself does have a nice bit of weight to it. Seems like it's pretty good quality. This is using a clipless body mechanism. Not in the sense that it's like any buttons or anything like that you got to press. But if you push down on the bumper, tuck your fingers up under the fenders just a little bit, you can push up and that body will lift right up. We'll briefly talk about what's up under the hood of this thing, or what's up under the shell of this thing. We do have oil-filled suspension. Wow, was it already? Because it couldn't go down anymore because the body was there. That was a little weird. But when I pulled it out of the box, actually, like I was checking it out just to see if there was any damage. And what I had noticed, in fact, was that the rear, one of the rear shocks, didn't have any oil in it, so it wouldn't rebound. It would just kind of sit there, which I already knew wasn't the way that it was supposed to be. I do have some 25 weight shock oil on the bench. It might not be the proper stuff, but just to get the job done for the time being, I was able to fill that shock, and now we got pretty smooth suspension all the way around. So let's pop that thing back open, and we'll talk about some of the stuff that's going on under here. Of course, those oil-filled shocks. The battery is a 7.4 volt, 500 milliamp, 15C. So we'll put that up in the camera there for you guys to see that. This brushless motor, outrunner motor, is something different than anything that I've seen on crawlers or any other type of RC car. I don't know if it's because it's budget friendly or if their design is different. But yes, the actual outer can spins and everything else just kind of sits there. It does have a heavy whine to it when you run it. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be or if that's just, you know, how mine came from the factory. No 2-speed, it's just 1-speed transmission. It is pretty smooth though. You have your servo mounted on axle in the front with your battery as well for a little added weight up the front. It is aluminum chassis rails. You have a plastic, maybe aluminum, maybe composite skid plate on there. Links, 4 links in the front, 4 link in the rear. Plastic drive shafts. I was a little surprised with that. Um, Although I only paid, I think it was $108 for this. Everything else on it seems to be of pretty decent quality. The ESC though, on the other hand, you can't, you know, can't do anything with it. It is probably the ESC and receiver box together, I would assume, and then it also controls your lights as well. Sorry about that if I might have took it off the camera, but yeah, that'll also control your lights as well. Your little antenna sticking up out of the back. This spare tire in the rear is also fully functional, so if you needed that, you would be able to unscrew it and then bolt it on. Um, cool little body. It is quite hard. Um, Not sure if it's going to be top heavy or not, but let's power it on and give it a little check out, man. Let's see. Haven't charged the battery to full, but in my experience, maybe I'm doing it wrong or something, but there's usually enough power in the battery for you to at least check the RC car out. This is the transmitter that came in the box. As I said, I haven't ran it. I did pull it out the box to check it out, but this is a pretty basic transmitter. On the top here, we have off and on switch. We have channel 3, which I believe controls the lights. We got the 3 different driving modes. So you have no rear with the rear locked. Then you have no rear with the rear loose. So this would be like a dig, and this would be like, to drag your rear wheels along. And then this on the end here is all-wheel drive. So you have 4-wheel, 2-wheel, 2-wheel, different driving modes, 3 of them. Not sure how functional they would be in the actual crawling field. The only way to know is to find out. I do plan to get this thing out for a run, but I really just wanted to get this video out to you all. Probably got this in about 3 days ago. Sure, it wouldn't be the first review or unboxing on it, but yeah, man, I wanted to get my video done, get it out there. So back to this, the transmitter, pretty basic functions otherwise. It is nice that they have those driving modes, and then we got a plastic steering wheel on there. So let's go ahead and power on our transmitter. It'll blink to let you know that it's not connected up to the RC. And then the power button for the actual vehicle is back here on the ESC. And then your lights are on, everything cuts on to let you know that it's functioning. Hopefully I can get a better angle. That's all the steering. It's pretty quick though. I believe it's I want to guess, man. I can most definitely look at the book, but if I had to assume, the servo wouldn't be too substantial, but probably enough to function. This isn't going to be like a superior comp crawler or anything like that. With the way that it's currently set up, it is nice. It does have some nice functionality, but I would assume it's more of a trail truck. We're looking into the servo. Doesn't actually say. Not in English, at least. There's a lot of information in the book, but I don't know if it's in English. If you get it, please feel free to check it out. Basically, I understand how it's going to work. It seems to work pretty smoothly. I'll try to see if I can get some stuff down on the bench for us to crawl over. Just a little tool on the table. The low speed control is pretty nice. I'm not having to increase throttle. Oh, wow. It is moving along pretty smoothly. A little stiff, though. But it is able to crawl. Nice bit of flex. I'll turn it this way so you guys can see it real good. Nice bit of flex there before any wheels come up. We're getting about there. And then in the front, get a little more, but it's pretty roughly the same. You got some nice light features on there. Then we can also change those lights. They got a couple different flashing functions, which are pretty cool if you run in the dark or even if you just want to mess around a little bit, while you're out on the trail. I believe it's 3 different functions that it has. And it does. It has a cool bit of wheel speed. You're not going to race anything, but I mean, moving along on the trail is pretty nice. As I said, it does have a little whine to it when it stops. I'm not sure why that is. But yeah, man, this is the MJX 1/18 scale Bronco crawler. If you're looking for something that's licensed, it is licensed completely by Ford. It says Bronco on the front, Ford on the sides, BF Goodrich, Rigid, Geyser, and Fox. So it does have actually legit sponsoring on the RC. And then that body, man. I mean, look, it says Ford Performance there. It's looking pretty clean all around. In my opinion, for the price, man, you can't beat it. Can't beat it. I got other crawlers around. I don't think I paid under $100 for any of them, other than maybe the CR18P, the original one, the Harvest. I think I picked that up maybe like 5 or 6 years ago for like 60 or 70 bucks. But as far as like what you're getting with this, the brushless motor, the aluminum chassis, the oil-filled shocks, the tires are okay. The rim seems to be a little wonky though. Like it's really thick. You can feel that in there, and then it gets slimmer this way. There's also no foams in there. So like I said, it is pretty much set up out of the box as a decent trail truck in the smaller scale. I don't know if I would really do much crawling with it. I do have something coming up though soon that I hope is going to be a pretty nice crawler. I'll probably shoot some running footage of these together sometime soon. Please do stay tuned. Thanks for watching. This is the Maximum RC Garage. My name is Chef Reg. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for staying tuned. If you're liking what you see, continue to check out the videos. Check out AliExpress as well. If you don't mind waiting a little longer for some of your stuff, some things are most definitely worth ordering. The pricing it seems to be like a little inverted to the extent that sometimes the American items are more expensive to buy locally off of AliExpress than you can get something that might be Chinese made or Japanese made, whatever it may be. But as long as the quality's like this, man, sign me up. I did purchase this with my own money. I am looking forward to having some fun with it. I don't buy anything that I really don't plan to use. It's not just really about shooting videos. I do have a son as well, so some stuff is more geared towards us being able to use together, and then some stuff requires a little more experience, and that's the stuff that I'll get into by myself. He is along the way shooting videos and stuff like that with me. He does some of the recording as well, which is pretty dope. But yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for checking out the video. Stay tuned for the next one.